What a pleasant surprise to see my baby dolls welcoming you back to Crypto's Juiciest News. I've got a lot of cracker things coming your way. We got so much StableCoin SuperCycle stuff. We even have, friends, MetaMask launching their own stablecoin. Oh my gosh. And yes, I don't care if you're a little bitch and you can't handle it. This makes me even more bullish on PDI. So you can suck a fat one if you're still coping on the sidelines. We've also got some information about some Coinbase stuff. Friends, we've got Kanye West proving once again he did really peak with graduation. His meme coin was launched, peaked 35 minutes, and it's down only ever since. Got some stuff on Wall Street. And yeah, man, we got a lot of stablecoin SuperCycle stuff coming out your way. But first, friends, we've had some ticky down once again. The BTC monthly candle is now pretty much green. We still have 8 days, 9 days, 10 days to recover this and maybe finish, this anti-red. It's red right here. We got to go anti-red, which is, of course, green. 115, 116,000 would make it green. We've had a bit of a pause in all our dopamines. We're just so tired, man. Friends, I'm seeing your comments right below as well, but also so many other YouTube channels I'm watching. I'm like, oh my gosh, man, we're all so sick of this. It's been literally going on forever, and it doesn't even look like it's getting better. You know what I mean? I know. It's tough. So here we have the BTC chart. This is the daily chart. Man, so close to flipping red on the daily. But this is the daily. These things doesn't mean anything, okay? The super trend on the daily is this is poopy. All right, but it is pretty deep pullback compared to the fractals. I'm going to show you more fractals and stuff coming on later. But first, we're going to need to absolutely crank it. Also, let's check out meth. I love meth. You love meth. It is still through that big triangle wedge. So maybe the next monthly candle. Man, friends, these are monthly candles. You can tell, friends, when you look at the monthly, you don't have really massive expectations because, once the candles kind of form, they can't really do much after that. So it makes you just start to basically have this acceptance in your heart. This is the ETH BTC ratio. Still rubbish. So Ethereum, friends, is still a brown shoe emoji to me. This ETH BTC is 0.037. At least it's off the lows, I guess. Ben Copen's calling for to go down and down. So yeah, there's always people gonna basically never be satisfied with any type of reversal. Something that's nice, friends, as well. Remember, the Bitcoin dominance continues. It continues just to stay weak. And it's nice because Bitcoin is stalling, and every time in the past 4 years, if Bitcoin would stall and drop like 1%, altcoins would just literally lose their minds and get capitulated, right? So I think we've finally rinsed all the weekends of altcoins. Bitcoin dominance. Look, man, there's a lot of weekends in Bitcoin. I don't care who you are, dude. You haven't been tested with a big proper move down. It's literally Michael Saylor buying on leverage. I get it. There's institutions and stuff here. I can't help but look at all these treasuries. I'm thinking, man, there are so many. Friends, you ever play Minesweeper when you're a kid? Little pip, 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 little Minesweeper. You press on the wrong thing and then it explodes. I just feel like some of these are really just gonna come back to haunt us. Just don't know who it's gonna be. I hope it's not MicroStrategy. But yeah, I want to tell you something as well, friends. Before we even crack on anything, there is a company already trading at a NAV below 1. Okay, now if you remember, friends, if you click on bitcointreasuries.net, you can go to strategy. I like checking strategy and MetaPlanet because MicroStrategy is obviously Michael Chad Saylor, the biggest. MetaPlanet is Dylan Leclerc, so he's a Bitcoin maxi kid. So he's like the director of this now, right? It's like the young kid out here. The NAV used to be huge, used to be 5 on it. I like watching it go down, right? There's another company here, friends. If you go to and you type in Empery, there you go. Empery Digital. So, friends, I'm just going to show you. Look, their NAV, look at this. It's at 0.768. What? Yeah, so technically that means, friends, so Bitcoin is $84,000 on their balance sheet. So you might say, but Tommy, the market shouldn't do that. The market should buy it up. How about you settle down, little fluffy one? The market can do whatever the hell it wants. If it doesn't want your stock, it's not going to buy your stock. Okay, just like your cryptocurrency, right? This is interesting though. Friends, I'm just like, man, you understand? I'm sitting here 18 hours a day. I'm like, look, I don't know much in life. Okay, I've got a Pikachu resting on a Pokeball. I've got a cute keychain here, which is hypnotic. Okay, I've got a pink peg. And I've got the lollipop. okay? And of course, we've got Spoonie. That's all I've got, all right? And some pointy elbows and some fluffy slippers, okay? We've got those. And a very, very straight posture, of course. So we don't have much. But we've known, friends, people holding Bitcoin treasury companies are sexually confused. Okay, we've been telling you every time. Friends, why do you have a girlfriend? Okay, you're flicking your wrist, you're painting your fingernails. You know what I mean? We know, man, we know. You're a dude, you understand? You've got the plastic face thing. Like, we just tell, you're not into girls. Why do you have a girlfriend? You're not fooling anybody. You're sexually confused. Okay, people holding these Bitcoin treasuries, they want more risk, but they want to hide behind the Bitcoin logo. Once you're on the risk curve, you just start sliding, man. That's what it is. And then you end up in full-on mania. Okay, that's where they end up. So look at this, friends. If the market really cared about the NAV, about the Bitcoin on the balance sheet, people would be selling their MicroStrategy to buy that. But they're not. They're not. This thing's just going down. So I think what it comes down to is if your whole company has Bitcoin on the balance sheet, it's probably just going to get treated like an altcoin. Yeah, not a stock. Because that's what they want. They thought if you put the stock, if you have the company and it's listed on the stock market and it owns the crypto, they go, oh, okay, so the market's going to trade it like a stock. They want the meme of the cash flow and stuff out here so that they don't go down. Nope. Nah, you can't cheat it. You're still an altcoin. You get priced like an altcoin, which means you can go real down. No one cares about owning a shitty company. Because, friends, it's all fugazi anyway. But it makes sense. The people who buy this stuff anyway, like we know, dude, you're never going to be able to gain share ownership and then liquidate the assets yourselves. It takes years, and there's all these scam lawyers and accountants that come in. Now, here's MetaPlanet's NAV. It's down to 1.83, friends. This thing used to be 5, so it is ticking down as well. Now, MicroStrategy, friends, is at 1.35. Oh my gosh. So 1.35, friends. Remember, this thing used to be at, MicroStrategy used to be at 3, then 2.5, 2, 1.9876. I've been covering it for you every day. Remember it was just like 1.8, 1.7, 1.6. Now it's at 1.35. Whoa, man. So, man, I just think what's going to happen is to save their companies. I mean, they're probably just going to have to, I know you're not going to believe this, but they're probably just going to find more money to borrow and get desperate to put more Bitcoin on the balance sheet. But look, friends, ultimately, then look, I'll tell you why they're all going to fail. If you want to outperform Bitcoin, you got to get altcoins. Yeah? You're a Bitcoin treasury company. If you want more Bitcoin, you know what you should do? Make it an Ethereum treasury company. So the ETH BTC goes up. That's how you make more Bitcoin. Hello? That is literally the whole altcoin industry. You're literally just years and years and years behind us. Well, like I said, friends, you're partying at Twink Nation. I know you think it doesn't count because you closed your eyes and you kissed someone, but you felt the mustache. You know what I mean? It's just, they're so sexually confused, man. It's true. It's true. Remember, though, even in all its glory, Ethereum is still a brown shoe emoji, friends. It's still a brown shoe. It will be upgraded to dog poop when I think it's ready. Now, I'm going to quickly show you the global liquidity fractal. Things are still okay. You have the money printing. You got the Jackson BootyHole symposium stuff out here. I don't know why. Jackson's BootyHole, every year, friends, they come out and they start. It's like some sort of Fed minutes. I really think it's a cover-up for something there. They go there, this weird secret island, and it's called Jackson's BootyHole. My gosh. Now, what I'm going to do is, in a very family-friendly way, I'll show you some BCB fractals. There's always a bull case and a bear case. So this is Ethereum, friends. Ethereum repeating like the Bitcoin fractal. This is obviously the zombie virus capitulation. So Ethereum is doing it. And like Ethereum looks like it's ready to go. It's done the whole comeback up here. So hopefully, hopefully it just does this massive smack up. That would be great. And goes up to the fib extensions. That'd be sweet if you can do that. This is 7,300, the first major fib. And the second one up here will be 13,000. Okay, so hopefully we do get there. And it's all hope and cope. Same stuff. This is the Bitcoin fractal we've been following. Remember, some skitsy action happened. Remember, we started going down here. So it was meant to look clean. Okay, it was meant to look clean. But then instead of going up here, we started pooping down. Now, some people have called for a drop down to 100 or even lower. But I think what BCB says, that type of structure, that is like earth-shattering. That like breaks everything. And if that happens, if you do get such a deep pullback on something like that, what it actually means is you come back for the lower high and then it's all over. And it's kind of funny, friends. He actually says, even though it's unlikely, it is possible that was the top of them. See, friends, when you're looking at these daily charts and these little Elliott waves, you know, you're seeing that. And on the other hand, like I'm seeing StableCoin SuperCycle. I'm seeing crypto's not at 10 trillion now. I don't care about these little daily things. You know what I mean? Like I know the fundamentals of the industry. Like conceptually, man, the stock market is increasing their trading hours. We are winning. You know, Treasury Secretary Besant is talking about, you know, stablecoins, because we're trying to help the US Treasury have a freaking bid for the dollar. When you're hearing all that, it just doesn't feel like, oh yeah, it's all about to die now. Like, you know, that's not mania stuff. That's not end of bubble stuff. By the way, ChatGPT is not even public yet. Okay, they haven't even done the public ICO. I'm just throwing out all these things here for you that I feel like if you're watching a movie, like friends, like the movie doesn't end when there's a bad guy. Let's say he lives in a volcano, and then the good guy, he's like, let's say he finds a girl. Maybe he's hooking up with a girl in the jungle. Maybe she gets a bit boring. He finds another girl, you know, and then maybe he's like, he's drinking water out of the fountain, and he starts doing his push-ups to prepare to defeat the final boss. And then the movie just ends. You're like, what? How did he defeat the final boss? He's got to go back to the original girl and tell her he's sorry and he regrets it, and then he's got to go fight the final boss. It's like, how'd you end the movie here? That's what it feels like is happening. It feels like you can't cut the movie here, you know? And if you do cut it, it'll just be a pause. It'll be a bathroom break pause. We're going to come back to it. This is also, friends, him just showing that if you do crack down, it's all over, as always. You also have, friends, this is the gold chart. I showed you this yesterday. So gold, very similar structure to what we're actually doing for Bitcoin's daily right now. So gold had these periods where it goes up and down and up and down, and it might do this whole skitty part up here. Maybe that's Bitcoin 150 to like, you know, 120. Maybe it goes up here, does that. Everyone thinks it's over again, and we go for the believers cycle. We just need some sort of mania, right? That's pretty much what we're all working towards. It's been very tough, very tough. I want to show you as well Bitcoin dominance. The MACD. So this is a big chart, friends. This is the monthly. The monthly MACD is about to tick red for Bitcoin dominance. Pretty much showing you like this is like big intergalactic signal. It is actually rolling over here. No more divergence stuff, actually rolling over. Can we get all the way down here? That's going to be a natural place where it stops. Yeah, man, we just don't know. You know, just like, here's the thing, friends, as well. I covered it for you. Everyone's searching up 4-year cycle. Literally everyone. How's it going to resolve, man? Like everyone knows 4-year cycle. So friends, you got to think, what does it mean when everyone knows 4-year cycle? It means there's no retardios buying. That's what it means. It means you don't have emotional money. Okay? Because if the average retailer is looking up 4-year cycle, yeah, they're not telling their mum and dad and friends, hey, throw in 50 grand here because it's going to go up for the next 3 years. They're not doing that. They're saying, be careful, the 4-year cycle, we're selling soon. You get it? So what happens? I don't know. Like the economy has to keep booming somewhere, and some sort of news has to come out to make everyone and their minds explode, right? And I don't know what it would be. I just threw stuff out like, you know, Apple gives everyone a freaking crypto wallet, or Apple says we're making an exchange, or Twitter says, let's say Elon says, I'm turning Twitter, we're adding a crypto exchange. You're going to be able to trade everything from all around the world. You know what I mean? Something that makes you like, whoa, right? That's got my nipples in a tailspin. You know, our nipples have to be in a tailspin, friends. If your nipples and my nipples are not tail spinning, right? If they're not tail spinning, then nothing happening. Okay, because it's got to make us feel something, you know. But that's why we've got to think. What would actually make us like? We're so desensitized to a lot of stuff. But the things actually sods you. They're actually pretty big, right? Like imagine Elon says, because Apple's like boring now. You know, if Elon says, yeah, I'm gonna turn into a crypto exchange, right? By the way, just to let you know, don't get your hopes up. There's been literally zero rumors, zero hints of that. There's no inkling that any of that is even on the cards. But I don't know, I'm maybe trying to manifest it as well. And also, what could Trump do, friends? He already zipped out his pants and flopped out a meme coin. You know what I mean? Now Kanye West one just rugged. Also, I want to show you this too. Look at this, friends. This is Bitcoin's chart. You see what the purple line is? It's the Russell 2000. Do you see how it's correlated? We're just correlating to the US markets, man. That's what this crypto fans. We're more of an extension of the S&P 500. Okay. So yeah, friends, this is Kanye's meme coin. I made a breaking news video on it. It's interesting, friends. Why is it interesting? I've gone through some amazing points here. So it's note this thing from the time of announcement to the peak, it was only 35 minutes to reach the peak. When Trump launched, it was 36 hours. You see? So it's a euthanasia roller coaster. They're going lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. It's literally, friends, purely PvP. And because everybody's cheating and no one believes. So that's how a lot of these things you made money, because you had a lot of people willing to hold long term. But now no one wants to hold long term, okay? Let's crack on with the news. So huge news. MetaMask have unveiled their first native stablecoin, MUSD. So there you go, friends. MetaMask, a wallet, is putting a native stablecoin. Note the word wallet and note the word native, N-word, and note the word S, StableCoin. Do you see that? That's why there are good odds the PulseChain pioneers, maybe Richard Hart is part of them, will be releasing at some point his own wallet, and maybe PeteI has a part to play for the chain, being a ping pong coin. Do you get it? Being a ping, not a stablecoin, no regulations here, just a ping pong. Remember that? That's what it might be. Now, this is the PulseChain core coin prices. Nothing to report here. See, here's the thing, right? I report on core coins every single day, you know. But look, I'm not gonna just because one soy boy is like sidelined on PeteI, I'm not gonna shut my mouth, dude. It's literally every single day. You watching my show? I don't think you're watching my shows. Okay? Highest value content in crypto. StableCoin SuperCycle is confirming every single freaking day. And I have a first cycle unicorn for it. I'm not going to shut my mouth, right? I'm not going to go, oh, one guy's bored, everybody. Let's close it up. No, just because you can't get it doesn't mean other people don't understand it. Because you know what? By the price action, by the way, we do understand it, you know? The thing went to zero twice. And it recovered. Could go to zero for a third time and die there permanently, by the way. Could do that. Could do. I'm just telling you, hey, StableCoin SuperCycle is literally playing out in real time. Like I said, friends, some people get it. Some people don't. Okay. Let's look at the PulseChain core coin prices. Hopefully, we do continue to rise. It's kind of funny as well. If you look at PulseChain, friends, it did, man, just so wild. It came back exactly to my channel. It just stopped here. It just stopped at the channel. That's funny. Literally a little pit stop. This is like 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th time. Hopefully, and goes up. Man, it's just been so long for everything. Everything's just been so long. Friends, you got to remember as well, like, there are people right now. Friends, you know me. I love ChainLink. I've been ChainLink for years, okay? It's dog shit, okay? I hold it. It's good, but just compared to, like, it's just, everything's just garbage, man. Like, friends, ChainLink, we're getting, people, they're getting euphoric. The Link Marines are getting euphoric because ChainLink moved up 15% over a weekend. Oh my gosh. Ben, do you understand, bro? Do you understand how offside we are, guys? 15%. Do you understand in August 2020, we are still down 86% against Ethereum. We're down worse against Bitcoin. Do you know that? So ChainLink literally, it's got to rally 5x. It's got to rally a 400% move to get, it's not even making new highs. It's just, oh, I guess it wasn't a scam. Now you've just break even. You know what I mean? So it's just, you know, I know celebrate every win and whatever. It's not a win. You can't, look at this little candle, bro. There's nothing to celebrate. Okay. There's literally nothing to celebrate yet. Okay. I don't understand, but I get it, friends. When you don't look at ratios, you're blind. That's the thing as well. So if you're not looking at ratios, you think, oh, you're blind. But yeah, like it's easy for you to get scammed, by the way. Because I can say to you, hey, give me 1 Bitcoin and then you'll definitely make money from me. And all I do is if Bitcoin grows 50%, I give you 20% of it. Yeah, but I get the Bitcoin. Do you see what I mean? That's what it comes down to. That's why you need to outperform it. Check this out as well, friends. So Kanye West has launched Yeezy coin, meme coin. It peaked in 35 minutes. It's been down only. He really did peak with graduation. On-chain sleuth detectives link the Yeezy sniper wallet to Libra coin. Insiders, they have extracted $23 million across both launches. So it's been like cross-corroborated by Nansen and Cybers, which is, I think it's cybernetic virgins. I think that's what it means. They've confirmed there's these wallet overlaps and stuff like here. So no one's surprised. You know what I mean? When you're looking at the Yeezy, I mean, I know it was good. Like, you know what you're getting yourself into. You know what I mean? It's good to see. Look, man, you could feel it. You could feel the Sol ETH ratios going down. Everyone's sick of this like JPEG rugging trash. It's Soylana garbage. No one believes in anything, and there's nothing in the trenches. You know what I mean? So now I don't know if this is going to recover. There was that guy, friends, who bought $1.5 million here on the dip, and he's already taken a $500K loss. You know, so there have been these insider wallets. I made a whole video on it for you. But it's pretty much, you're just seeing, doesn't matter who launches a meme coin or garbage. They're all pump and dump grift. Like, if Trump couldn't make his Bitcoin go up, you know what I mean? If Trump couldn't do it, friends, then, you know, what chance does anybody else have? And it makes sense because, okay, you need long-term believers, right? You need long-term believers, okay? When you're on a Jeet chain with an exchange literally called Jeeto, and you have LA Vape Cabal, who's telling everybody, yes, put my foot in your mouth and suck on my toes, please. I am the LA Vape Cabal. This is the only foot you'll ever need to suck, and you're going to become really rich. When you have that, people eventually realize they're poor. They eventually realize, you know. When you have the 15-second TikTok brain rot generation, though, of kids, you know, you're on your mum's 4th credit card. You're literally half of the content on CoinFresh and Direct. You're going to see it's a believer's cycle. Circle have minted 750 million unsafe stablecoin USDC on Soylana. So yeah, I'm going to keep calling them unsafe because they are unsafe, because they could literally press a button and you're blacklisted in 2 seconds. I don't know why they're doing it, but, you know, maybe they can't see that Ethereum has like just woken up and Sol ETH is already going down. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what they're all doing on these chains. I don't know what they're doing with these stablecoins. I'm really curious. Are they just using it to buy stuff, or don't know? Did somebody swap? Is someone dumping soy? You know what I mean? And they need to get... I don't know what it is. Same thing on Ethereum. They're meant to... I don't know what. Hopefully we'll figure it out one day. But yeah. Coinbase friends have added World Liberty Finance's USD1 stablecoin instead of PulseChain to its asset roadmap. So I've done a clown emoji. Yes, because you deserve a clown nose over there. For the good people at Coinbase, here's your clown nose. Honk, honk. Yes, let's list a stablecoin instead of undervalued hidden ecosystem assets for our customers to buy. You see, friends, that's why if you're relying on exchanges, centralized exchanges to make you money, you better make sure you're the one supplying the token. Are you supplying the token? No, you're not. Oh, you're a customer trying to buy. You need more than luck, okay? I can't even tell you good luck. I'll tell you, listen, go sign up to every god you can find, okay? And every religion. You're going to need more than that. Because centralized exchanges, there's too many market maker insiders. There's a lot of bunch of grifter scammers. All the market makers have really, really cheap trading fees. It's all the same bots. You're getting dumped on by Wintermute who are given the supply. You can't win. You have to go in the blue ocean areas where no one's looking, okay? No one is looking at PulseChain. You buy hidden gem ecosystem stuff, yeah? That's the time to get in. The time to get into Bitcoin when BlackRock wasn't looking. When Bitcoin was $100, $1,000, even 5K, 10K, yeah? Update. Tether and Circle executives are going to meet in South Korea's largest banks this week. This is crazy. So this is obviously more stablecoin SuperCycle. So they're probably going to help with the Korean won. Not the Korean lost, the Korean won stablecoin for the whole nation. Also, friends, I want to show you something. So if we check out Forex Factory, the ISM manufacturing, it came out. And some of you have said, hey, Somi, it should be good. It came out 53. You gotta chill out, Habibi Albi, because the one that came out, I think this is the global one. This is the flash one. Okay, this is not the US one. Okay, the global one is a big. It's a higher level, right? So we don't use those numbers. But the good thing is, right, the manufacturing PMI, it was an enormous boost from the past. See, from 49.7 to 53.3. So if our US manufacturing PMI comes out, right, and I actually check out when it comes, and of course, that's what she said. So I'm trying to figure it out. It's September 3rd, Wednesday, September 3rd. That's the ISM. And there's not even any estimates or anything for it. Yeah, the ISM manufacturing PMI. That's the ones we check, right? That's the one where I'll show you this chart where you can see the cyclical waves. Its last print was 48. This is the one. The good thing is, I guess the global, the flash one, if that ticked up 4 points, man, that'd be great. Imagine we tick straight up. Like, I won't be surprised if this one just ticks up to like 51.5. You know what I mean? And we're like, oh, okay, we're actually about to start it. We're about to start it, you know? But yeah, like we haven't even activated the economy. Okay, it's wild. Some more for you, friends. More news. Department of Jelly Beans, Matt Gallotti, said these new charges will not apply to truly decentralized peer-to-peer software without third-party custody. He received a standing ovation at Jackson BootyHole. So I guess he's talking about these new, anti-crypto, anti-finance, anti-broker, all these other Joe Biden trash, basically just terrible anti-crypto law stuff. He says, if you're truly decentralized and all things, everything's going to be good. I don't believe him. I just don't believe him. You know what I mean? Friends, look what happened. Just keep pushing it on. Keep pushing it along, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, not Altwoman, Altman, said that ChatGPT 6 will arrive faster than past releases, highlighting memory as its key feature to make ChatGPT more personal and adaptable. So ChatGPT 5, I think it's pretty much just been a bit poopy. It keeps looping on some stuff, so that's pretty much trying to fix it super fast. Hey, let's just make release 6. So I guess that's pretty cool. So I like watching these, friends. I want to see this AI just become smarter and smarter and smarter. It'll make everybody, you and I will be able to see the future of retail a bit, because we can see their minds getting blown. And then also, remember, ChatGPT, so OpenAI, they have not done their public ICO yet. And it just feels like they'll do it at the top. But remember, also, it's a bit tough. Crypto's top is before the stock market top. So, will they do it at the very, very, very end of the stock market top? Or are they just going to, launch it maybe 6 months before the top? Whatever it is. Just some sort of key indicator. Right now, it's trading at 500 billion market cap. It'd be great once it cracks $1 trillion, man. That'd be one of the biggest ICOs. I think if it hits 1 point something trillion, man. I think the biggest, friends, was 2 point something trillion for Saudi Aramco. I think that was the biggest one. But yeah, if we just see something like it doesn't. Come on, man. It's AI, dude. You know what I mean? This thing is literally getting smarter every month, right? And it's only got that 100 to 120 IQ, about 100 IQ with every subject, so it's starting to, they're going to add the memory stuff, a bit more memory, a bit more adaptability, and it's going to be cracker. Unfortunately, friends, a victim has lost 783 Bitcoin worth 91 million in a social engineering scam impersonating exchange and wallet support. Stolen funds are being laundered via Wasabi. Perzak XBT. Man, that's trash, man. So what is Wasabi, friends? Wasabi is an open source, non-custodial, privacy-focused Bitcoin wallet for Windows, Linux, and Mac. It includes built-in Tor, CoinJoin, and control features. So I think it basically lets you do the just mixing of coins. So very unfortunate, man. 780, man. That's gosh. So I gotta please warn you, friends. Man, get hardware wallets. If you have over 7 figures, split it into multiple wallets, okay? I'm going to remind you, so you don't really got to, and please, for the love of God, I got to warn you, they when they get your email, they try to send you an emergency, fast-paced alert email saying, warning, someone just tried to access your account, click here, okay? Don't ever click it. Don't click it, okay? They always try to get you to click somewhere, and they'll try to call you. Remember, no exchange ever calls you. My friend Andy got called by literally fake ledger, okay? Because, friends, they just get your wallets everywhere. You know what I mean? They do this internet stalking stuff. They just, so, friends, you know me, I carry Spoonie everywhere I go. You know what I mean? So, friends, I don't trust anyone or anything. Friends, if I'm at the shops, friends, I'm at the department store, and I'm looking for clothes, okay, I will literally just randomly just punch right through the clothes just to see maybe there's someone there waiting for me in the bushes, okay? So always just be careful, friends. When I go into a dressing room, I make sure no one's around the corner, okay? Because I don't want them taking pictures of my willy, because I might have just come from a cold shower, okay? You know what I mean? You got to be prepared. You have to be prepared. So don't answer any phone calls. Don't trust anyone. Also, I hate to say it, for most people, if you're going to hold crypto, man, it might be just easier if you just hold the ETFs. It might just come down to that, man. Do you really want to just, I just hate to say it, man. If you got over $1 million, it's just, Like some of you live in third world countries, man. Like, do you really want to wake up one day, someone just got a gun to their head, you know, and they're saying, hey, I've got my nuts on your face. And by the way, do you have any extra crypto? You know what I mean? Like, do you really want that? But if you have just the ETF, they can't do anything. You can't transfer it out. That's why Plan B, friends, Plan B transferred like 95% of his Bitcoin into the BlackRock ETF. He just literally transferred it all in. Because yeah, man, that's just a self-custody. Like, friends, like, do we want if you know every single person in the street has a vault full of gold, or just everyone's a target now? You just got to find the vault. You know what I mean? But not everybody does have gold. You know what I mean? They have different stuff. Also, friends, Wall Street continues to cope. How? They are buying $316 million of Bitcoin, but only $240 million of meth, as they failed to make the Bitcoin dominance rise with their shitty incorrect ratio buys. Man, don't you love how I just keep stabbing it? Let's crank it again for him. I mean, even Spoonie was dancing to that one. So yeah, Wall Street, your ratios are wrong. You're trash. You're all trash. All of you are rubbish. You're going to underperform us once again. You're all trash. By the way, Wall Street, can you go find a way how to get retail in for our old season, please? Ethereum's foundation, $1 trillion security, have rolled out phase 2 initiative focusing on wallet user experience improvements, addressing wallet security, solving blind signing issues, and creating vulnerability databases to prevent smart contract exploits. So, you know, friends, one of the things we'll be able to do, because now with the new Ethereum upgrade, now everything's like abstract. I guess someone can make a wallet now where so your wallet is a smart contract. You can turn your wallet into a smart contract. So if you store your money on a cold wallet, maybe they have a feature there where they have something like that's a super cold, right? Where it's like a deep freeze wallet where the tokens in there, okay, if you try to move it out, there's like a 7-day waiting period, and it can be cancelled at any time, right? So what that just helps with, if someone's been ransomed, okay, if someone's had their wallet compromised and someone tries to like steal the money out, it starts a timer. Yeah. So now you know that the thing has been pretty much activated. So you know that, oh, someone started the timer to take my account. So you have 7 days, right? And it sends you maybe alerts on your email. Warning, someone's trying to. So you now know, oh, someone's trying to steal. So you basically can freeze time. So then what you can do is, in the meantime, right, you can just get another hardware wallet, right? You get another hardware wallet and you can withdraw to that, but you don't cancel it. Okay, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Obviously, but Vitalik and all the smart nerds, they got to figure out a nice way. But I'm just showing you how we can like help with all these things with these big upgrades in the future. But you know, the tragedy as well is like, dude, like we don't need, like no one's even rich enough to rob. You know what I mean? Like we're literally the last Ponzi. Friends, if literally someone comes to me, hey man, you got any crypto? I'll literally put this down. I'll go, bro, I don't want to hear the C word ever again. You understand? So if I should be robbing you. I should be robbing you. What are you dealing? Huh? Trust me, whatever industry you're in, it's better than what we've been dealing with for 4.5 years, okay? Because actually, you know, your stuff, your chemicals and your substances, they don't actually go off. You've always got demand for them. You know what I mean? We've got international and digital Ponzi coins that no one wants. They're international and no one wants them, okay? No one on Earth, anyway. You know anybody on Mars? Oh, man. 4.5 years. Fed's Governor Waller calls DeFi and stablecoins nothing to be afraid of, urging policymakers and bankers to embrace crypto innovation as it will drive the next wave of US payments. That is StableCoin SuperCycle. Friends, the US Fed saying stablecoins are great, stablecoins are great. But why? Why are they saying stablecoins are great? Because of the blacklist function. That's why. Okay? The blacklist function, and they can add any smart contract capability, which you can't do on Bitcoin. That is why ETH BTC is going to keep going up. That's why all the Bitcoin maxis are actually wrong, and that's why you and I were just really early to them figuring it all out. Can we just please pump, man? It's been 4.5 years. Hong Kong's Ming Shing have filed to raise $480 million to buy Bitcoin. Friends, I was watching some stock market dudes. They're laughing at the fact. They go, guys, wait, you're telling me your company, its asset generation strategy is to just buy crypto? They say that's the dumbest thing we've ever heard. I know, it is fun. They're talking about MicroStrategy. They go, guys, it's the dumbest thing we've ever heard. Because, like, but I don't know. Are they like, do they get it? Or maybe they do get it. They're telling us, guys, we don't buy stuff like that. But maybe they're right. Maybe the NAVs just keep going down. Like, hey, man, if you want Bitcoin risk stuff, bro, you make yourself an altcoin. Yeah? You don't go put yourself on the stock market and wrap it in a shitty stock centralized CAO, centralized authority voting thing. But we'll see. Binance has ripped to new highs, friends. So Binance BNB continues to rip to new highs. It's one of the unicorn winners. Really wish our coins were doing that. This is ChainLink's chart, by the way. ChainLink, $24. Hopefully it goes to 160. Binance, friends, is absolutely monstrously ripping. It's literally got the God chart. You know what I mean? It had a God chart. Why? In the bear market, it only dropped 70%. It only dropped 70%, 65%. Look at that. It was down 50% most of the bear market. And then literally just it's come back and broken new highs. So, yeah, man. So this went 27% above its all-time highs. If we want to look at, though, the BNB BTC ratio, this most important, this is it. It's actually not at the highs, friends. See that? It's not at the highs. So, but here's the thing, right? This is, friends, this is fake. Okay, this is the bear market. This is Binance Exchange. As the crypto industry was going down, they left a big bid. They were using their buy and burn to support BNB for their holders. Okay, and then as Bitcoin rallied, see what happened? There was no more bids. It was Bitcoin just going up. No one was hitting market. You get it? So just come back to fair value. This was the 2021 high right here for BNB. So BNB's only got to go up 64% to reach its 2021 Bitcoin high. Do you know how much Hex has to go up? 100x. Not 100%, 100x. Yeah. So Hex to reach its BTC ratio high from 2021, I think it needs to be $1.65. Yeah. So anything under that, you're at a loss. Literally you're at a loss. What does loss mean? It means like, you know, Bitcoin goes up 50%, you're going up 10%. You know, so you're like, well, you're taking all this infinite risk, you know, so, but yeah, we're waiting for alt season. That's the thing, friends. So like, we can want these higher prices to all happen, but you need alt season, man. You need the business cycle to turn up. There's nothing we can do until that point happens. Also, another way to think about it, to be optimistic, once it starts turning, you can't get people to think about Bitcoin anymore. They won't, because they're too optimistic about the future. Okay. It's time for you and I to lock in, friends. I'm going to get my cute little lock here, and we're going to lock in. Let's see if we can hear it. Could you hear it? Could you hear it? Let's try to lock in again. Locked in. Donald Trump's World Liberty Finance have minted 200 million USD1, boosting their supply to $2.4 billion. Interesting. Tokenized real-world assets on Ethereum have surged 20x, friends. That is cracker. So I just want to show you these. Real-world assets, this includes, it's mostly stablecoins. You know what I mean? Stablecoins and StableCoin SuperCycle. You know, they're trying to put real estate and boring stuff no one cares about. But it's mostly stablecoins and stocks. So we can get those guys in. So it's all, you know, and Ethereum's a big beneficiary of that. And yeah, they have some on Soylana, but the ratio is going down. We'll see. Here we have, this is Mr. J Plush out here. Let's see if we can get a nice read on it with my computer blowing up.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's it. Checking the prices today. I know. I woke up, I saw the same thing. I was like, what are we doing, bro? Come on, bro. Friends, it's August 2025, bro. Almost September. You know what I mean? Like, friends, we were at a higher point. In March 2024, Bitcoin dominance was 52%. And we're still at 59%. March 2024. Can you believe it? It's been a year and a half. And the US economy, still manufacturing is still rubbish. It's still below 50. Can you believe, man? It's been 33 months, man. It's going to be like month 34. And no one cares about these trade deals between US and Europe. No one really cares. So why I posted it is to show you how little we care in terms of like, oh, if China and America announce a deal, it's not going to make anyone happy. No one cares. You know what I mean? Like, look at Trump looking deep into her eyes. He's like, you know what? 20 years ago, I would have gone for you, lady. Just dim the lights, you know, maybe change your fingernails a bit, maybe paint them. Maybe paint them the German colors, you know what I mean? Black and yellow and red. Make it a bit spicy. Maybe get some hair extensions. Get your eyelashes out. You know, like I said, friends, dim the lights. Get your lava lamp going. You know, have some nice steak. Have a bottle of wine or 3. You know what I mean? And call it a night. That'll be great. You know, but unfortunately, we don't get to see that because we're still in the altcoin depression market. Now, where are we going from here? BTC, friends, on the weekly, everything's still nice and healthy. So we still haven't reached the explosion part. I don't know what it's going to be, man. But Bitcoin dominance is continuing to tick down. We know we have StableCoin SuperCycle. What else can we do from here except keep holding? Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.